World War I, also known as the Great War, began in 1914 and ended in 1918. It was one of the largest wars in history, with many countries in Europe, as well as nations around the world, involved in the fighting. Before the war, many people thought that wars were quick and glorious. However, World War I lasted for 4 long years, and millions of people lost their lives. Soldiers fought in muddy trenches and faced new weapons like tanks, airplanes, and poisonous gas, which made the war unlike anything people had ever seen before. One of the biggest changes after the war was how borders and countries looked in Europe. Old empires like the Ottoman Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the Russian Empire broke apart, and new countries were created, like Poland, Czechoslovakia, and Yugoslavia. The war also changed how people thought about their rulers and governments. Because so many people had suffered, they wanted more say in how their countries were run. Some places, like Germany, got rid of kings and became republics. In Russia, there was a revolution and the country became the Soviet Union under communist rule. Women began to take on new roles during the war. Since so many men were fighting, women started working in factories, in farms, and even as nurses near the front. After the war, many countries began to give women the right to vote, recognizing their contributions. World War I made people realize the importance of peace. After the war, leaders created the League of Nations, an organization aiming to prevent future wars by having countries talk things out instead of fighting. While it wasn't perfect, it was a first step toward what we now know as the United Nations. The war also changed art, music, and literature. Artists and writers who had experienced the war often wrote about sadness and the struggles of soldiers and regular people. Movements like modernism tried to make sense of a world that seemed to have changed forever. Economies changed, too. Some countries had to rebuild, while others saw new industries develop from inventions made during the war. However, many people had a hard time finding jobs, and some countries struggled to pay their debts. Historians sometimes say that World War I set the stage for another big war, World War II. Many problems that started in 1918 were not solved, which led to more conflicts later.